clocking in very, very quickly right now. You see, he needs 1,400 experience to reach level 14, whereas the Gyro currently needs 2,200 to reach level 12. It's a little bit weird like that, Dota. It was patched a long time ago to encourage or allow supports in particular to reach their level 1 and 2 ultimates earlier in the game. But the total experience to reach level 25 is still the same.
And this is good as well for Hao, of course. He's 1,500 gold at the moment. He's a few hundred away from the ultimate orb, and then he'll need the recipe bottom lane though for FY getting caught out by RTK and Lan. If they're going to lift the disruptor, they'll be able to find him.
+2.
Not a hope for him to get himself out. DDC, what's he? He's on +8 at the moment as well. Not too bad, 18 minutes in for the support silencer. And then moving forward, he's got the Winter's Curse, going to drop it straight away on RTK. With Super coming in as well, they should be able to find the Sand King. They'll burst him down. Super, of course, with the Orchid complete now as well. They're moving forward for more, looking for DDC. The damage is just a little bit too much. DDC's going to get healed up here by the end. Looks like Super's not going to continue to chase it. Top lane, it actually looks like Ehun. They've got eyes on the anti-mage. Moving in onto Hao. And they're going to drop the cooldown, and the Zip4, can they get an electro? Oh yes, with the global silence, they should be able to find this one. Moving on to Hao. They'll get him, and it's a good time to get him as well. He nearly had his Manta style complete. Every kill that they can get in with those silences before the Manta's out is going to be massive for the side of Ehun.
This is what Merlini was talking about before the game. Because they have Silencer, they can play the Storm Spirit this way as if he has Orchid.
Wow, looking for Fenrir, landing with the Stolen Blink, moving forward, getting the telekinesis off with the Fade as well. YJ chasing down with the Rocket Barrage, now we're dead. Winter Wyvern, killing spree now for DDC, and more intelligence into his pocket, +10 now. So looking pretty good here for the side of Ehun, bringing it to 10-8. Shutting down VG's early advantage. CTY's got to be careful though, zips himself out. Can't quite find the vision here for Glimpse. Super's going to continue to chase, and CTY's turning out mana here. They can find the vision. Oh, it's still just out of range of the Glimpse. And they get it. CTY's going to try and juke out into the trees. Oh, he's in so much trouble with the Orchid on him now. FY closing in, he gets the Glimpse to cancel the TP. Static Storm's right down, and he'll just straight up deny himself there with a Bloodstone Suicide. No way that he gets himself out of that one.
That's really not what you want to happen. The moment you get your Bloodstone, you lose 3 charges. That really sucks. It's such a good farm item for the Storm Spirit to ramp it up, but already losing that mana region here. At the same time, Hao will of course feel a lot safer when Storm loses those charges and is a little bit more careful with his play because he doesn't want to lose even more of them.
Absolutely. Hao still closing in on that Manta style. That's when he's going to feel pretty much entirely safe, unless Ehun commit a lot and get the chain stuns, the control out onto him. See how quickly he's able to do that. Super, of course, with the pickoffs. The fact that he's now got 1,500 gold on top of the Orchid, he's going to be able to start working towards his next item. Just showing the farm here in the jungle between Hao and Super. Bottom lane, CTY. Just trying to build onwards from the Bloodstone, but as you said, down a few charges now. The ideal start. RTK, he's got the Ring of Regen, he's got enough money for the staff, so he's closing in on his 4 staff as well here. So pretty solid progressions here from both sides. And I mean, Hao isn't that far ahead of the Gyro at the moment. 2k at the moment, 21 minutes in. It's not too drastic, but Ehun certainly need to continue to do something about this anti-mage problem if they want to keep themselves in this game.
He's going to get his Manta now, as well as an Ancient stack, so this is when it's going to go even faster. He can start split pushing with the Manta if he wants, finding some extra creeps while he's jungling. At the same time, they've got to be feeling like there is something happening on the other side, but they would be too late for it. They already have YJ farming up his own Ancients here to try to keep up, but anti-mage should be increasing the gap a little bit here. Not too much though. He's cautious. He's scared that he is getting ganked. Looks like Ehun have got a little bit into his head with that last gank they pulled off. Of course, he is aware that should they jump him with both Sand King and Storm Spirit, they can maybe kill him full health.
I'm just going to smoke up here the side of Ehun. See what they can go for. Pink's coming out in Roche, but there's no one in there at the moment. Good deep waters spawning out Hao. And if they could catch out Hao, it's going to be pretty big. Hao revealing himself, and they'll get him in straight away. He's not going to get a chance to get off this Manta. Can they bring him before he gets it off? Yes, they will, just as he tries to get himself out.
He used it to split push and farm mid, and they catch him off at the same time.
They might find Fenrir here as well. Zimping in on CTY, they'll get a second kill. Ehun. FY's dropped the static storm of the kinetic field. Sonic Wave coming out from Super now. Actually burst 1-2 down. Double kill here for the Queen of Pain. And now with Tusk, Ice coming in. They want to try and find more. More text from CTY, bringing Ice back. CTY will escape. YJ tries to TP out. Is it going to be able to do so with the ball response there from Ice? And VG finds himself through the Glimpse. Oh, it was there just in time. They're going to be able to find more. Super moving in onto TDC with Ice and FY. They'll find a 4th VG Gaming taking the fight 4-2. Very nicely done.
That was incredible from FY and Super. They already lost their Wyvern and the Anti-Mage. It's effectively a 5-on-3, and they managed to set up the perfect kinetic field, static storm, sonic wave, scream combo, landing everything on 2 heroes. Ice then follows through, and they end up cleaning up an extra 2, being ahead in the fight, and of course also having the mech advantage that he didn't even need to use.
Didn't need it in the end because Eho 4 down. Ice is now level 11. He's doing very well here on the Tusk. And Super, what's he got coming out on the courier here at the moment? It's okay, so he actually opted for the BKB, so he's put the BKB now complete on this crop as well. Of course, very nice against the lineup that it has. Well, the silence, and to be fair, there's a lot of magical damage coming out from Eho, so this BKB is going to be pretty big here for Queen.
It's the item in this game for Queen of Pain. Now, the thing is, of course, when it comes to Global Silence, if you pop BKB before, then it pierces. If you pop BKB after, then it purges. So the Silencer can still counterplay Super if he uses the BKB aggressively first. But still, during the BKB, do eHome even have the physical damage to call it off at the current point?
Can they
Not
catch
really
out
that
CTY here? VG just taking the Ancients, sticking together as a group. YJ moving in, he says, where's my Ancients gone? He's working towards his BKB Mithril Hammer, 750 gold towards the Ogre Club. Up to 2k now in your Storm Spirit. 13 to 12 at the moment, pretty close between these two sides, but I mean, you just look at the net worth, and it's the cause of VG that are breaking away. 1,300, 1,000, onto the Anti-Mage, and 11,000 on your Quap, leading against the 10k and the 9k of the Gyro and the Storms.
So now how is 4,000 ahead of the Gyro? Oh, he's going to go in on Yang. Putting a little bit of pressure on him on top, but he's just going to run away here.
He's going to be working towards that Vlad's now as well with that headdress. 1,300 on top, so he's going to be having that fairly shortly. They smoke up, but it's all spotted out here by the side of eHome with that deep ward, so should be unlikely that VG are able to catch eHome out. Looks like they're rotating towards the top lane. Ping's coming out onto the Gyro. Would be nice to catch out YJ.
He still doesn't have the BKB, which is of course a key item against this dire lineup. They could be able to find a glimpse here.
There we go, they'll get the glimpse on from YJ in a lot of trouble. RTK has come in to try and help, but he might be in trouble himself. Super pops the BKB Sonic Wave there, very nicely onto CTY. CTY bringing in Ice, but they've already lost the Sand King as well, and how jumps in, the Bloodstone Deny will come out, forcing the Storm to kill himself, and again, VG jump in. And eHome did not have an answer for that one at all. 3 heroes hit the deck, and they're going to lose the tier 2 here as well.
It was almost as... It looked like eHome was trying to bait them to jump the Gyro. The reaction from Sand King was instant there. And the Global Silence. But they never got the Epicenter off. He didn't even start channeling it. A little bit surprising there. He just blink stuns and runs away. End up effectively getting nothing. You know, when it looks like Rubik's spell steals nothing, he steals Snowball. I don't know why that's the case, but that's just how it is. It's the only spell I've seen that with.
Ice now got the Greaves complete.
That is really, really nice because he can purge Global with these. And it'll allow him to, no matter what happens now, he can remove Global and then he can snowball the other teammates that are in trouble, just buying time for the Global to expire. You might see a really big play out of him within the next 5 to 10 minutes with those Greaves, should that situation arise now.
Super. They're going to go for Roshan. They're going to get it as well. Nothing that eHome can do to stop it. Now with the Aegis under his belt, this Anti-Mage looking very, very scary. It's going to be very hard for eHome to bring him down. They're going to smoke up straight away. Looks like they may be wanting to fight with this one. Moving into the Radiant jungle. eHome are there. Just a question whether VG can find the jump. Don't quite have Sonic Wave, and Super just going straight in with the BKB. The Ice Shine's actually blocking Super up. No! The Snowball picks him up, but the stolen Snowball dodges the stun. Nicely done, and now they'll move forward onto House. CTY coming in as well. They get off the cooldown here. YJ might be able to turn this. They've found Super on the quad. They're looking for House. Well, he gets off the Mana Void onto YJ, but RTK with the Epicenter. Ice getting low. They won't be quite able to get him. No, they do get him. They might find House. Well, they pop the Aegis here. They do lose YJ here in the Static Storm, but are they going to go for round 2? Looks like they're on the retreat. They're terrified of How moving in RTK with the burst drive with the party ring. It catches all 3 of them. How needs to stuff go to work. The cold embrace healing him up. Won't be able to fight for the time being, but now here we go. Back in. He's actually getting low down the telekinesis to global silence. How? Oh, he mounted it off. Tries to blink out with the burst strike there from ROTK. CTY moving forward, trying to find F5. They'll get F5 as well as a double kill for the Storm Spirit. Trying to find Fever here, Lanham. Blinking down, looking for the Wyvern desperately. Famra trying to juke out through the tree line, but blink forward from Milano. Can he find him? Yes, he can. He hasn't got the mana to do anything, though. It's just going to be right into the cold embrace, holds Famra in place. But it's almost certainly going to be holding him in place to his doom. And we're going to look at Ehone getting a team wipe. Triple kill for CTY. What a play there from the side.
That snowball might have just saved the game, because that fight could have gone horribly wrong for Ehone. And instead, Lanham turns it into a snowball fight, and they come out the victors of that one. Wow, that was.
You can tell he's doing a little bit of a dance. He's absolutely ecstatic with that.
He's keeping up the APM and Fountain.
That was Matt turning that around. I mean, still, they've got quite a way to climb in terms of catching up with that anti-mage. But if they can find fights like that, perfectly executed, VG are going to be a little bit worried when they're going for those kind of smokes aggressively into Ehone's jungle.
And you're seeing now, the anti-mage identifies the problem here. He has to get a BKB in addition to his Manta. It's not enough having the Manta. He has like one break, but there's so many things that still threaten him. All the single target, like the Rubik's telekinesis, the stuns, the electric vortex from CTY. There's just too many problems. And once he has the BKB, there's no one who threatens him for now. The damage between Gyro and Storm should not be able to pierce his almost 20 armor. So we're probably going to see Vici slow down a little bit until he has that BKB. And then they could look for a Roche into fight maybe.
Let's see what the next plan of action here is from Ehone. Just looking to maybe try and take this tier 1 from the bottom lane. Lanham, C2I and RTK moving in. Fenris just here on his own at the moment. They're going to jump in onto Fenris straight away, bringing down the Wyvern. Very nicely done there from the side of Ehone. Now in the mid lane, how with the Manta Illusions? Going to find a tier 1 with the side of VG Gaming, and he'll get away with it as well. And he's just going to continue to push it. Going to get some damage done onto the tier 2. They do find the tier 1 here on the bottom. CTY claiming that gold. Now with the TVs back, they're ready to defend here, Ehone. This is a very, very close game. 30 minutes in, 18-17, and CTY, we saw earlier on, losing those Bloodstone charges. Now he's back up to 11, and he's sitting on 4,900 gold sin.
He could one-shot an Orchid right now, if that's what he wants. It's 30 minutes though, so I think
there's BKB.
He's going to get a BKB. I guess reasonable alternatives here would have been a Hex, which would have been a more aggressive approach to countering the AM. Even with BKB and Manta, you can still shut him down very nicely with the Storm Hex. But this is more of a defensive build. We'll deal very well with the Static Storm from Disruptor. We'll counter the Glimpse. We'll counter the Mana Void.
And the Orchid from Quap.
And the Orchid from Quap. There's a lot of value to this.
It's now going to be Ehone moving into the Dire jungle. Seeing if they can catch potentially How out. How at the moment towards the bottom. In fact, the whole team of VG just grouped up around the secret shop here. Ehone moving around. This lane's really kind of pushed in, so they won't be able to do too much here. Looks like they're just trying to regain control of the jungle, popping down this ward, and VG we'll see what the players, the next big move is from the side. Is getting to that point of the game, a bit like in game 1, but where both teams are just being very, very careful not to get caught out. Here we've got Hal farming, but he's being backed up in the wings by his full team, so it's going to be very, very hard for each team to find a pick off without it turning into a full 5-on-5.
It's got to be BKB now though. This changes a lot. They might actually, as expected, try to just go for a fight immediately after picking that up, as they have a lot of momentum going in with a 10-second BKB, but no smoke available as it looks for either of them. Now it's just going to farm.
How's farm, of course, still miles away, and miles ahead, in fact, of YJ on this gyrocopter. 5,000 indifference here.
Almost 6, actually.
Starting off with Demon Edge is now done on YJ, and it looks like, what's that? He was just coming out, yeah, to the gyrocopter. Okay, so he's going to be working towards his MK